Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yat Kinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Babaji Vyapyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroradnam Virajita Padam Bujaham Vedantam Buja Suryoyam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tadvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bhanda Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhava Sindoscha Jnapanam Sarasamparaha Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radikam Tadvam Na Guru Radikam Tapaha Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Sri Jagannatha Mat Guru Sri Jagat Guru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Adiranadirishcha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Paradharam Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Premavatāraya Vidmahe Sadguru Devaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayāt Premavatāraya Vidmahe Sadguru Devaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayāt Om Premavatāraya Vidmahe Sadguru Devaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayāt Om Premavatāraya Vidmahe Sadguru Devaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayāt Tano Vishwananda Prachodaya Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat 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 Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Om 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 Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat Om Mahavatara Shishaya Namaha Om Vishamaya Namaha Om Devakarya Samudyataya Namaha Om Sukshmatanave Namaha Om Chinmayaya Namaha Om Guru Murtaye Namaha Om Sundaraya Namaha Om Sulochanaya Namaha Om Sumukhaya Namaha Om Charuhasaya Namaha Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Padmambujaya Namaha Om Mandagamanaya Namaha Om Charumbaradharine Namaha Om Ramaya Namaha Om Mandirasthapakaya Namaha Om Shri Babacharkaya Namaha Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha Om Arpanasvikarakaya Namaha Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha Om Namo Narayayati Mantrupasakaya Namaha Om Svaramaya Namaha Om Madhurakantaya Namaha Om Krishna Sankirtanarupaya Namaha Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha Om Itabhashine Namaha Om Vagmine Namaha Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha Om Vratadharaya Namaha Om Sadhave Namaha Om Jagatpantaya Namaha Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha Om Surdaya Namaha Om Anukulaya Namaha Om Neyaya Namaha Om Sudarshanaya Namaha Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha Om Prema Murtaye Namaha Om Shubhekshanaya Namaha Om Pretivardhanaya Namaha Om Swastidayakaya Namaha Om Tarakaya Namaha Om Anugrahaya Namaha Om Vardhanaya Namaha Om Architaya Namaha Om Ardhaya Namaha Om Siddhipradaya Namaha Om Janardhanaya Namaha Om Manoharaya Namaha Om Mahakshaya Namaha Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha Om Vasmabhushitaya Namaha Om Atmalingaya Namaha Om Lingachana Prosahakaya Namaha Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Karupasakaya Namaha Om Sukshmaya Namaha Om Vishokaya Namaha Om Sadvikaya Namaha Om Samadarshine Namaha Om Dakshaya Namaha Om Achintyaya Namaha Om Nirankaraya Namaha Om Nirmohaya Namaha Om Avyagraya Namaha Om Jitakrodhaya Namaha Om Vinayashilaya Namaha Om Svavashaya Namaha Om Kushalaya Namaha Om Kshamaya Namaha Om Satyadharmaya Namaha Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha Om Viraktaya Namaha Om Atindraya Namaha Om Satyasandaya Namaha Om Pavitraya Namaha Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha Om Suranandaya Namaha Om Nandanaya Namaha Om Prasanatmane Namaha Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha Om Sakshaye Namaha Om Samatmaye Namaha Om Sadayogine Namaha Om Haraye Namaha Om Sutapaya Namaha Om Samyaya Namaha Om Guyaya Namaha Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha Om Gabhiraya Namaha Om Guptaya Namaha Om Atmaramaya Namaha Om Srinivasaya Namaha Om Devaya Namaha Om Dyutidharaya Namaha Om Dhanyaya Namaha Om Gurave Namaha Om Durattikramaya Namaha Om Gahanaya Namaha Om Bhagavate Namaha Om Harishara Margadarshakaya Namaha Om Kutastha Jagartakaya Namaha Om Abhiprayaya Namaha Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha Om Kshamakata Bhavarakaya Namaha Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Prativya Saptadamabhim Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Treda Hidade Padam Samudhamasya Pagum Sure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Ada Avyaha Ato Dharmani Dharene Vishnu Karmani Pashyatayato Vratani Paspashe Indrasya Yujas Sakha Tad Vishnu Paramam Paragam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha Devi Vachakshura Tatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasamindhate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Bhakti-Margaya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Gunda. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaitapane Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Daityadi Sarjadhara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukminisha Bhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopesha Surupa Brahmadi Vanya Chidvara Kashaya Vaikunta Pate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Meena Krite Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Traivikramaya Guhane Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodarabja Dharananda Kadari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Sambrita Dina Bandhu Gopi Jana Priyale Tava Suprabhatam Shirabdishai Bhujagadi Patalpashai Sadbhaktarit Sadanashai Ramangashai Shri Gopapama Virutalpa Sukarishai Gopa Vallabhaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharateshoho Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Hetoho Gopala Sekaraye Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jadi Tulasi Dalamalikayahe Malyani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Dvatpavatatara Tale Mulindraha Radha Manohararaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautamakana Guyaha Gayantri Sadguna Gano Varada Savargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Visheshaha Shri Naradadi Rishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Suvesha Bhavati Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukminisha Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Vanjana Kripakara Dina Bandho Didyanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padmamukha Padmadhara Prameya Padmalaya Sarita Padmanivasa Shori Padmodbhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmadinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vanya Kandarpadarpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandradanaya Siddha Chandana Libna Deha Govindayada Varaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayangadina Ravichoda Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vaishri Jambavati Satya Sugamti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhuputra Kadyahe Tishtanti Divya Bhavameta Vasevanadam Gopinana Priyaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shauri Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Muneyurna Nisham Vadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Aharnisham Bhuri Kritam Mahapapam Shri Krishna Grahe Tukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Virteju Sudabira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Samrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvarantamaravinda Dalayatasham Bharavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Satvana Marya Vamshi Radha Gadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vittimanti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Dulapamadulatma Bhakta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi manaso munipungavanam Sopyasti yat prapadasyam navicintya tatve Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ekopyaso rachaitum jagadanda kotim Yaschaktirasti jagadanda chayaya dantaha Adantarasta paramanu chayantarastam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yad bhava bhavitaniyo manujastateva Samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhushaha Shukteryameva nigama pratiteshtuvanti Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabis Tabirya eva nijarupataya kalabhi Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Premanjana shurita bhakta vilochalena Santa sadeva hridayesho vilokayanti Yashama sundarama chintya guna swarupam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ramadi murti shukalani yamena tishtan Nanavatara makarod bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna svayam samabhayam pamamapumanyo Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanta koti Koti vashesha vasudadi vibhuti vinam Tat brahmanishkalamanantamashesha bhutam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Maya hi yasya jagadanda shatani sute Traigunyatak vishaya vera vitaya mana Sattva valambi parasattva vishuddha sattvam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manashu Ya praninam pratibalam smaratam upetya Lilayitena bhuvanani jayatajasram Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Golokanamini jadamitale chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridhama Suteshu Teshu Te Te Prabhava Nichaya Vihitaschayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Jaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Nishanurupamapi Yasya Chachestadesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shiram Yatada Divikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayate nahi tata prithakasti hetoho Yasyam bhutamapi tatha samupaiti karyat Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Diparchireva hida shantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vivrita hetu samana dharma Yastadrigeva icha vishnutaya vivati Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakarana valajale bhajati smayoga Nidram hananta jagadanda saromakupahan Adhara shakti mavalamya param svamurtim Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasyeka nivasita kalamata valambya Jivanti loma vilaja jagadantanatraha Vishnur mahan sahiha yasya kala visheshu Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Bhasvanya jasma shakale judije jutejaha Sviyam kiyat prakatayaptyapitat vatatram Brahmaya esha jagadanda vidhana karta Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yatpada palavayugam vinidaya kumbha Dvandve pranama samaye saganadirajaha Vignan vihantu malamasya jagatrayasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Agnir mahe gaganam ambut marodisyascha Kalastatatma manasiti jagatrayani Yasmat bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti yamcha Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakshakshuresha savita sakala grahanam Raja samasta suramurti rashesha tejaha Yasyajnaya brahmati sambrita kala chakro Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Dharmo dhapapa nichaya shrutaya stapamsi Brahmadikita patagādavayascha jīvaha Yaddattamatra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasvindra gopata vendra mahoza karma Bandhanurupa palavajamat tanoti Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yam krodha kama sahaja pranayadi viti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhavahe Sanchityatasya sadrishintanuma purete Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Jnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurum militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Jai Gurudev. So they asked me to substitute, and I'm happy to be here on a special day. Today is the solar anniversary of the birth of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Tomorrow will be the Jayanti according to the lunar calendar, but today he was born on February 18 of 1836. So I try to find something that is somehow related to his life and his teaching. And I chose this verse. It's verse 10 from chapter 7 of Canto 1 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Sutta uvacha atmaramas chamunayo atmaramas chamunayo nirgranta apirukrame kurvantya haetu kim bhaktim itam bhuta guno harihi. Sutta Goswami said, all different varieties of atmaramas, that is, those who take pleasure in the Atma, or the self, especially those established on the path of self-realization, though freed from all kinds of material bondage, desire to render unalloyed devotional service unto the personality of Godhead. This means that the Lord possesses transcendental qualities and therefore can attract everyone, including liberated souls. I chose this verse because in the life of Ramakrishna, we see a very, I would say, extreme example of this dance between the duality and non-duality. Or actually, sorry, I said it the wrong way. Between form, God with form, and God without form. We know he was a great devotee of Kalima. But at some point in his life, Totapuri, which was a Naga, he was a Naga sage, so he was traveling naked, and he was a master of Advaita, arrived where Paramahamsa Ramakrishna was living, and he invited him to initiate him and to teach him. And then Paramahamsa Ramakrishna went to Kalima in the temple, asked her, and to make this long story short, Kalima told her yes. That's why he came here, to initiate it into the formless meditation, the absorption into the divine in the formless aspect. So you can imagine, I'm sure, how many of you know? All of you? Or who didn't hear about Ramakrishna? Oh, you didn't? No, never. Oh, okay. So Ramakrishna is he's probably more famous through his disciple, which is Swami Vivekananda. Anyone? You have heard of Swami Vivekananda? Yes. See, he's very famous because if we can speak about yoga in such an easy way in the West, it is also a lot thanks to Swami Vivekananda. I remember when I was in my 20s and spirituality started awakening, and I started doing my experiments with meditation with also some exaggerations, like trying to renounce the world, just working, meditation, and trying to abstain from, let's say, sexuality, maybe I have to be a celibate, But then I was going through extremes, even fasting too much, not eating enough, you know. Anyone has gone through these experiments, these extremes? No? Well, I did. And as you can see, my path was not that of a brahmachari. I am a grihastha, now even a pandit. We have to serve the grihastha. We have to even do the wedding now. We just had a training. We're going to do all the rituals for the grihasthas, which is what's supposed to be. The grihasthas should do the rituals for the grihasthas. And Govinda. So it's interesting how, like Krishna says to Arjuna, whether you want it or not, your nature will take over. You better accept it. Yeah, but for us, it's difficult to accept. We're afraid. Sometimes we have a certain idea, we have attachment to a certain idea of how spirituality should be, how I should be. And these attachments come a lot from previous lives. Yeah, many of us, for sure myself, we have had many lives in Western spirituality, let's say Christianity. Maybe asceticism, the idea that spirituality is only, if you're really fully spiritual, you should leave the world, go in a cave, and renounce. This is the ideal we have. Not that we don't have saints that are married and so on, but it's not like considered the peak of spirituality. We think the peak of spirituality is renunciation, sannyas. And so we see this is the great question that Arjuna repeats so many times. And sometimes we jokingly said, even Guruji said, I mean, again, you really didn't get it yet. But why in the Bhagavad Gita, even at the last chapter, again, chapter 3, chapter 5, and then again at chapter 18, when you least expect it, again the same question. Should I be a sannyas or a tyagi? Which one is superior? And the answer is, if you're a sannyas and you're not a tyagi, then you're an hypocrite. Simple. It's not about the external renunciation. Yes, if you are a sannyasi and you're meant to be a sannyasi, that's great. But if you're a sannyasi and you suffer because it's not natural for you, you're not happy, then what are you doing with your life? And Guruji, as the Sadguru, knows us better than we do. And we should obey. We should trust. And so that's what Ramakrishna did. Mother said, I have to go and study with Tutapuri. I will go. But for him, it was so difficult because he was engrossed in this meditation on the Divine Mother, her beauty, her attributes. Since he was a child, since all his life, what for us maybe sometimes is difficult. We are distracted by so many things. Yeah, you know, when we learned, we were initiated into the mantra, whether you know, Om Namo Narayana or Shivittal Girudari Parabrahmane Namah. Did you go into ecstasy? Any of you? I didn't, and yet I teach Atma Kriya Yoga. But Ramanujacharya did. He heard Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayanaya once, and he went into ecstasy. So what is it in us that we don't? No? And Guruji speaks about it. You're afraid, first of all. You're afraid of what? Of losing this identity. So the obedience of the disciple through the Sadguru is a sacrifice, a continuous sacrifice of this attachment to our false identity. And what remains? We don't lose anything. Our real nature will remain. Because he made us like this. He gave us this real nature. And what's real remain real. We will only lose the unreal. And yet we are afraid. And I think we all have had stories of this dance with Guruji, but before going into more personal stories, I would like to finish with the experience of Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. And Ramakrishna, so started studying and meditating under the guidance of Totapuri. But at some point, his attachment, his immersion into the form of Mother Kali was impossible to let go. Wherever he would start absorb himself in the meditation, then the image of Kalima would come. To the point that the Totapuri had to, at some point there was a moment he couldn't let go. So Totapuri went, he took a piece of glass, of broken glass, smashed it against his third eye, and he said, focus on this point. And then, finally, he managed to break through. He had to kill the form of his beloved mother to obey the mother. But then afterwards, he became a Bhakta. I wouldn't say a greater Bhakta because he was born realized. Yeah, you know, he got realized looking at herons flying on the sky, in the sky, just walking in the field when he was a child, and he just had samadhi, just walking. Guruji often mentions this episode as an example of how natural it can be to achieve this realization, this state of samadhi. And we know Guruji had the same, yeah? His aunt asked him to meditate. What is meditation? He sit there, he tries, and then he's gone for 3 days. So the realization, the spiritual path is natural. And I think Guruji emphasizes it a lot. And he puts us in this dance where it continuously challenges our false ideas. And sometimes it seems also that it challenges our real vocation. I was thinking this morning about many friends who had to become, let's say, now she's not here, but I was thinking of Alka Devi, for instance, or I don't know if you know, Premena is our sister brahmacharini from Italy. And I know them quite well, so I know. And in their case, before being initiated brahmacharini, for at least a year, maybe more, Guruji was playing with them like, oh, maybe you should have a husband. I found a husband for you. Or, yeah, you know, also you, any of you had this? You also had this experience? Like, you know, it makes you the opposite, you know, for Grihastha, with Mayuram, for instance. Yeah, everyone was becoming brahmacharis. He has shared many times this story. And then, you know, oh, maybe I should become brahmachari. And Guruji says, yes, I will make you brahmachari. And then he didn't feel it. It was, and then Guruji comes in the garden and says, don't worry, it's not your path. You know, but it creates this friction so that we also see, we acknowledge, we accept, I cannot be different. This is who I am. But also, on the other hand, it creates this friction so that we accept that we have to do what we have to do. For instance, in my case, I have a tendency to run away from visibility and fame. Those who know me, they know. It probably is not so evident. But many times in my life, whenever I would become known, it's almost like it's dangerous, you know? And also I don't like it. I don't like it because then, you know, I would like to play for hours by myself in my room, cry for God and so on. But then you do it in public, and all of a sudden people label it, and you feel the energy like, oh, you did this because you think this. And I don't know, I feel like it's polluted in a way. I'm sure, like chanting kirtan is always like this dilemma, like we are supposed to serve the Lord, but at the same time there are cameras, you're going to be recorded, you're supposed to, you know, perform properly because, you know, it needs to be nice. And at the same time, you know, maybe you're performing and you're not in the best voice. So all these thoughts, you're thinking, okay, my voice, am I singing well? And we should not think that. So if I am at home by myself, I can just let myself go. And you have this moment of purity, which I experienced so many times in my life, where you're just singing for the Lord. But then when you do it in public, then the ego and all these thoughts come. But we cannot avoid it because Guruji says that's your seva. So and in the last 6 months, I almost gave up Instagram. Yeah, I was, because the social media feeds you with things you like. Paramahamsa Vishwananda. I'm a pianist, so he started feeding me with great pianists. Yeah, and I thought, wow, that's good. But one pianist, one the other part. Oh wow, this is amazing. Wow, look at this. He played this way, and then I realized hours were going by. I said, this is not what I want. And then you do japa and you think of piano, the great piano player. And you remember when Guruji was giving the exercise? Close your eyes. What are you seeing? Have you ever done it with Guruji? Now, close your eyes. The first thing that you see. Good. That's it. What is it? So I was there, and some people saw a deity, their Ishtadev, Ram, Krishna. Some people saw Guruji. And then he asked me, what did you see? Well, I saw my piano. And then he traveled. They told me that he went to America. I was in Europe, and they told me, he quoted me. He said, see, there is this devotee, he's so dedicated, but he closed his eyes. He saw the piano. And it's tragic. Yeah? Ramakrishna, he closed his eyes, he saw Kalima. That's what is challenged, to let go of the form of the divine. And so, see, that's a hypocritical renunciation. Outside, we do the right things. We are a dedicated devotee. We do our best, and which is good. At least, I remember once, it's interesting, I learned already, giving satsang, he takes charge, because I didn't plan to say a lot of things that I'm saying, but he said, just follow your heart, and I let him do. So I just follow and say what comes. So once I was chanting, he asked me to teach the Mukunda Malastotram to the Italian devotees. And I always chant. I'm very passionate about Sanskrit chanting, and I like to be precise because I'm a little picky. I like to go into details. And when you do something and you try to do it well, there is always pride inside it, because you're attached to the form, you're attached to the outside. So there is a little. He broke it in a second. So I was reciting it also in the temple in Mauritius. We were in Mauritius. And everybody thought, oh, wow, that was very good, except the natives, because they thought, oh, he's singing with an Italian accent and so on. But that was not the problem for Guruji. He came and he said, I guess Shankari, my wife, told him, so he chanted the Mukunda Malastroda, because at that time everyone thought it was too difficult, yeah? And I thought, okay, no one is doing it here in Mauritius, I can offer it, And, but Guruji told me, no, I didn't like it. My heart broke. I was like, okay. And then, so Shankari kind of in my defense, oh yeah, because maybe his accent is Italian. And he said, no, that's not a problem. Of course he's Italian, it's okay. So obviously it wasn't the recitation itself. It bothered him. It was my pride. Because I was thinking, oh, I can do such a great job. I'm a musician. I made a score to teach Mukunda Malastroda. I even brought the notation. I said, Guru, and Marina said, he worked so hard for so many hours to make this whole notation in Western music notation with all the details. Even Aradhaka said, wow, you really did it detailed, which was never useful to anyone, almost, I don't think. Because Guruji looked at it and said, I don't read music notation. But you would say, of course, it's not for him. But the reality is that also most devotees don't read music notation. It was not the point, you have to teach it in a practical way. And then, of course, we made it a little simpler than the recording because it needs to be practical, easy to learn. That's the point of Kirtan, that's the point of what we do. But somehow, he created this situation so that I had a friction with my attachment to my musical training, my wish that, we are precise with the music and so on. And he let it come out, and then he told me, I don't like it. Another time we were in Nepal. First time I had to accompany him at the Darshan. I remember it was Ramanuja Jayanti, and I was so happy. Wow, what a grace to... Aradhaka was not there, so I was the only one who could follow by ear Guruji, and so I did, even though I'm not so experienced with the repertoire, but I said, okay, I'll do what I can. And then there were so many musicians around, and one was going out of beat, the other didn't know the chords, and I was trying like when I was teaching teenagers and I was choir conductor, you try to harness while the chariot going, okay, do this, oh, be careful there, be careful. So I was focused on all this, and kind of it was distracting me from Guruji. At night, so the darshan goes, the next day he has a private kirtan in a room in the hotel. I take the harmonium and say, Guruji, you want me? I bring the harmonium. He looks at me and says, you didn't play well yesterday. And I was like, again, broken heart. I said, so I called Aradhaka. I said, Aradhaka, did I play the wrong chords? Was something wrong? And then I verified it. So no, the chords were right. It was fine. So I said, so it was not the notes. I realized the only thing that was wrong is that I was focusing on everyone else. And I was not single-minded upon him. Which if you notice, Aradhak and those who, Firuz and so on, when they play for Guruji, they always look at Guruji. And he always make a variation, he always make a little variation so that you have to follow. So in that moment, he said, okay, should I sing what he's singing? Or should I sing the proper way? Have you ever had that thought? Yeah? So what should we do? Because sometimes he wants you to lead the proper way, and he tests you if you know to sing by yourself. So you have to be able to be by yourself in case he stops singing all of a sudden. At the same time, maybe I should obey and say, okay, if he sang it 3 times that word instead of 2, and we go a little out of beat, am I willing to let go of my proper beat to follow Guruji? So what is the right way? And sometimes it's not really clear. You have half the singer who go the proper way because Guruji has said that you have to be able to lead, and you have to kind of, it shows you that you have to kind of be able to support him. Yeah, kind of, he pretends that he forgets the song so that you can serve him by reminding him the song. It's so sweet. It's such a sweet game. At the same time, though, maybe he wants us to just follow what he's singing. What is the right answer? I don't know, personally. Many times we have the great disgrace of traveling with Guruji, and then all of a sudden he starts asking kind of your opinion about something. And then he wants you to know and to tell if it's not right. Maybe he says something, quote unquote, wrong. And then you say, no, this is the right way. And he's like, happy. Oh, he seems satisfied that you were solid in your knowledge. But I remember once, there was a situation, now we don't have the time to go into it, but the essence of it was, it touched me on a very traumatic experience when I was a child, and a deep attachment. And he sent me even a link about certain historical events, and I thought, and the link was a little bit like, I thought it was a little propaganda, yeah, from one religion against another one. But Guruji sent it to me, so I should take it seriously. But I thought maybe he wants me to be also discerning, yeah. And so I thought we had a conversation, and he touched about this pain from my childhood, in this conversation, I say, but Guruji, yes, but you sent me this video. I thought it was to kind of test my discernment, that I'm not like blindly following, and I'm, kind of being in the middle. And he said, you're an idiot. You failed the test. Because if the Guru says, like with Arjuna, there is a beautiful flower, there is no beautiful flower. Yes, it's a beautiful flower. Yeah. But I passed it because I was like precise, And yes, you're precise, but you are an idiot. Because you forgot the most important thing, that you have the Sadguru there, and he told you that this is it, like this. And this is ongoing dance in our relationship with Guruji. Just the other day, he invited us to dinner before he left. I entered the kitchen, he's like there, and all of a sudden looks at me like almost in an ironic tone, kind of sarcastic, like, what do you want? And in that moment, it looked like a joke, but he said, what do you want? I stopped. I had the lucidity to say, I didn't answer impulsively with a joke. I said, no, this is a serious question. Because many times I try to prepare myself. If he asks me what I want, I have to be able to answer. So this many times I thought before. So in that moment, this preparation came useful, and I answered. What came out was, I want to love you more and more. And he said, oh, you have to love God. Love God, what? And then I said, no, the Sadguru comes first. And he didn't say anything, But then, an hour later, we were looking at something on the internet, and he was showing us, and he looked, look, this AI is so good. He found the right information. But many times you look on AI, and it mixes the right information with wrong information. So I said, Guruji, but this might be wrong, because, sometimes AI mixes things, from different websites and so on. Eventually, he was right. In that moment, with the intention of serving him properly, by discerning, based on experience. See, my attachment to the past, the experience of the past, I miss the present moment. Because he said, it is right, but I didn't take it quickly enough. And then later I said, okay, see, I missed it. And I will just end with a funny example of this. Once I was driving behind Guruji, and I was thinking, sometimes he creates such a funny, friendly situation, but then I had this thought when I was driving, but yes, he's so friendly, but what if he asks me what I want? Yeah, in a moment he can give you an adesh. I just thought, he can give me an adesh. I have to be ready to follow it. And what if I'm just in a joking mood and I contradict him just jokingly? Because sometimes he allows me, in some moments he allows me, some moments he doesn't allow me. But you have to catch the moment. Sometimes he wants you to be joking. Sometimes all of a sudden, in the next minute, you have to stop. Yeah, so it's always like this dance of detachment from the identification. Sometimes you're too shy, he wants you to speak. Sometimes you're speaking too much, and he tells you it's too much. So it's always like this dance. So I was having this thought, what if he gives me an adesh? I have to be ready. So they park in front of us. I start parking in front. He comes out of the car, and with that kind of general military army general gesture, he says, you park here. Like he gave me an adesh to park in a joking way to show me that he knew my thought and my anxiety, And he said, like, what are you anxious about? Like you think you can prepare to the adesh, like with your mind, it's his, if we are ready for that adesh, it's his grace. Maybe because we prayed for it before, but we cannot just with our mind concoct and prepare, It's not going to happen. The only thing we can pray, we can just pray and ask, please make me, and anyway, we all have our, it needs to be sincere, even the prayer. We cannot copy the prayer of someone else. So, to finish, there is always this dance. Guruji said, if we say in the suite, if it is with form, he is without form. If we say if he is without form, he is with form. And we see it in the Bhagavad Gita. If you, somehow we have, first he says Bhakti is superior, then we have the last 6th chapter and he gives Jnana Yoga. So many people interpret that Jnana Yoga is superior because it's the last part of the Bhagavad Gita. But then at the very end he says again, only through Bhakti you can know me really. But we need Jnana Yoga. The great Bhakta like Sant Tukaram and all the great saints, they have great discernment. They pass all the tests. And they are tested until the last drop of identification with even the desire that you come. Any drop of impatience need to be eliminated. And yesterday I actually cut myself. And I was thinking, and I was looking at the blood flowing, and I was preparing this satsang. And I was thinking, because there is a quote, Ramakrishna, when he speaks to Advaita, there was some dialogue with the Brahmos, they were Advaitins. They worshipped, they venerated the formless. They focused on that. And so he had many dialogues with them. Yeah? And to them he gave this analogy that the formless is like the ocean, and then the Bhagavan is the form like ice. I was like, wow, this is strange. And then the warmth of Bhakti melts the Bhagavan form and makes it become like the ocean. And I was thinking of our teaching about Tadatmya and so on. I said, how does it fit? How does it not fit? Of course, he was speaking to Advaitins. So he was adapting the message for them. But then I was thinking, okay, ice, we don't associate it with Bhakti. Like my Bhakti makes Bhagavan appear. Yeah? All the murtis, how many Narasimha murtis there are in the world? They're all the same, but again, they're all different. Based on what? Because they come for a certain devotee, for a certain groups of devotee. Yeah? Guruji manifests. It is about him, how he manifests, or about us? A little bit of both, because he comes in this form because that's what we need, and that's what we are ready for. What we see of Guruji is more a mirror of our limitation than of Guruji himself. Yes or no? Now it's so strict, yeah, because we cannot handle this witness. We judge it, we don't respect it properly. And so I was looking at this blood and I said, wow, coagulation, the earth element, which makes things solidify, is such a blessing. Because without it, we cannot have life. This morning I was putting my tilak, and I put too much water. And it took me so long, just because it was melting. Yeah? And I was like, see, you need the right measure. If it's not liquid enough, it's not alive. It's rigid. If you have too much water, then you waste time. So in a way, this dance between the melting into oneness and the solidifying, condensing, yeah, we say in the Tadatmya, we say Bhagavan is the condensed form. Both are necessary. Namdev had a condensed form. He had to go and see to another guru to see Vittala everywhere. And so we see in these great saints, you need to be both. We need to love God in everyone. At the same time, Guruji said, do you ask to see God? This dance, and only the Sadguru can bridge that. So this is my final thing I would like to share. Only the Sadguru can make the proper balance. Without the Sadguru, we would not be able. It would be impossible. We would always exaggerate in one way or the other way. Whatever we do, we become brahmacharis, then we become attached to being brahmachari. Brahmachari is being the best. We become grihasta or whatever, pandit, whatever color, initiation and so on, you become attached to the initiation. And this danger is continuously, that we lose the essence. We become engrossed in ourselves and we forget. We are not able to engross our mind on the beloved. So, glory to the Guru that allows us to go beyond Advaita and Dvaita, as it said in the Guru Gita. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye 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 Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Tava Kada Kamalavare Nakama Buddha Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Danubringam Keshavadhirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamalavare Nakamadhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare O Jaya Narasimhadev 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 Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev 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 Jaya Narasimhadev O Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Praparti Dalmai Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridamdatarini Godagrachaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridamdatarini Godagrachaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kenkayarataya Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kenkayarataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Dharinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Dharinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare भक्तजनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो जावे फल पावे दुख बिना से मन का स्वामी दुख बिना से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आशा करूँ मैं किसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतरयामी स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी पर ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पर ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विधि मिलूं दयामय किस विधि मिलूं कृपामय तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। करुणा हाथ बधाओ करुणा हाथ बधाओ शरण पदा तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बधाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बधाओ संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्तजनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मान चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी। गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी। ओ चक्र राखो चक्र राखो चक्र राखो जी चक्र राखो चक्र राखो चक्र राखो जी। भाने चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी। श्याम मने चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी। गोविंद मन चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चक्र राखो जी। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Deva Deva Govinda Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Prem se bolo Lakshmi Narayana Bhagavan ki Jai Prem se bolo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Bhagavan ki Jai Prem se bolo Shri Radha Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai Prem se bolo Mahavtar Kriya Baba ji ki Jai Prem se bolo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath ki Jai Prem se bolo Satguru Deva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai Om Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavanabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Oshadastra Shastrani Samray Samray Mrichor Mochai Mochai Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Dipti Jvala Pritaya Savanik Shubhana Humphat Parashmane Parabrahmane Paramritishe Swaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Venkatanamana Govinda Govinda Gopika Jivana Smanam Govinda Govinda Bhakti Vatsala Govinda 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 Pundalika Varade Harita Eknath Namadeva Tukaram Maharaj ki Jai Lumbini Maharani ki Jai Samasta Bhakti Mandali ki Jai Alvaram Purmanar Thiruvarikare Sharana